Hey BrewTubers, Barry here. So, it's Tuesday morning on my last day in LA. So, I'm gonna just show you the beers I bought because I haven't had a chance to edit together any of the footage from the two breweries that I was able to get to, which are the brewery, which is in Placentia, California, and Stone Brewing Company, the famous Stone Brewing Company in San Diego. I also wanted to go to AleSmith, but since, the only day I really had available to go to breweries was Monday or Memorial Day, AleSmith, when we got there, was closed, which was a bummer, but luckily there was other people there who also pulled into the parking lot, so it was closed, so I didn't feel like, an idiot going there and being the only one that knew wasn't, that found out that it was closed. But anyway, I did a bunch of beer shopping, so because I'm probably not going to post a Homebrew Wednesday, just going to be posting, maybe a collage video of the pictures I took because I didn't get much footage. I'll just show you the beers I bought, and then, once I figure out what I'm going to do with the footage / pictures, I'll post another video, alright? So let's go over here. I laid out all the beers I bought. Luckily we have two big suitcases, and our suitcases were both light on the way here, so we have room for this. Otherwise, hopefully it won't be overweight. But, so starting off with the first beers I got, which are from the brewery itself, because I didn't buy anything at Stone, but I did buy one Stone beer at another store. I got Melange 3, which is a blend of 3 of their barrel-aged beers. Their famous Black Tuesday, their White Oak Sap, which is the base for their beer called White Chocolate, and their Anniversary Ale, which is an old ale. Then I got a beer called Smooth Criminal, which is a beer that happened. They were calling it English-style barley wine, but it came about from when they accidentally put some of their Saison base into a fermenter full of Anniversary Ale. So I tasted it at the brewery, and I thought it was pretty good, so I thought I'd buy a bottle and age it maybe a little bit, because it is, what's the ABV? It is 15% ABV, so should be at the age for a while, and we'll see how it comes out when I drink it. Then the next is a really good barrel-aged triple called Triple Tonellerie or something like that. It had a nice tart edge to it, so I'm really excited. I had to buy a bottle to see how it ages. See, maybe I'll, oak age a triple some Wild East at some point. And then the last beer I bought from them, because I had to be, picky and choosy because some of their limited release stuff at the brewery is pretty expensive. So the last one I got is Bois Fumé, which I think is the most expensive of the bunch. Their Anniversary Ale blended last year's Anniversary Ale Bois, and this year's Sucre. It's Bois blended with their Smoking Wood, so it's like a smoky, malty old ale, which should be really, really good. Then I got at a beer store called Holiday Wine Cellar in San Diego in Escondido, right near Stone. I got 3 beers from Modern Times. I've been hearing a lot of good things about, a lot of good beer reviews about. So I bought 3 beers, 3 canned beers from them. They're Hoppy Dank Amber, their Bright Rustic Saison, and their Coffee Stout. Or I should say their Blazing World, their Llamaland, and their Black House. And then I bought the 2013 vintage of Boulevard's Imperial Stout. I got worried that it wasn't the most recent vintage, but then I looked on the code on the back. It looked like it was, bought at the end of this, around November or December of 2013. So it is this past winter's batch. Then from Stone, I got the Fooders Classic, which is 2013 Stone IRS or Imperial Russian Stout Asian Bourbon Barrels. I've heard a lot of good things. At Stone, they also had their Old Guardian Barley Wine Asian Bourbon Barrels, but it was another $18, and I had already spent a ton of money, so I didn't want to buy both. But if I see it in New York, maybe I'll buy it. But Yeah, and then from the Lodgson Farmhouse Ales, I bought their Saison Bretta. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it comes waxed, so maybe I'll age it, see how the Brett character develops. Then from Drake's Brewing Company, I've wanted to try their IPAs, but I specifically don't really like shipping or flying with or whatever, traveling with IPAs, just because, they should be kept refrigerated at all times. So I bought their Draconic Imperial Stout instead. And hopefully next time maybe I'll order online from Holiday Wine Cellar to get some of their IPAs at some point once, maybe in the fall time when it's cooler out. Because they do, you can go on the Holiday Wine Cellar website and order from them. So maybe I'll do that later on. Then the last beer I bought from them, before I get onto the last couple really special beers, is the Barrel Roll No. 4 Hammerhead Barley Wine from the Hangar 24 Brewery. I've heard their barrel-aged beers get really good, reviews. So when I saw it on the shelf, I said, "Oh, barley wine aged in rye whiskey and bourbon barrels." So, that you can't go wrong with that. And then the last two beers I bought before letting this video go on too long is I had to put them. My brother actually called the store for me because he really wanted to try the beer. And I missed going to a store near the brewery that had it, so he had them put 2 bottles aside of the Firestone Walker Sticky Monkey, which is a barrel-aged quad, which I've heard, very good things about, and knowing, Firestone Walker's track record with barrel-aged beers, I'm not too worried. And the last beer, which is also really expensive, but, and I've heard that its price has been going up the past few releases, is Deschutes Mirror Barley Wine, which is a barley wine which is half of the batch is aged in wine barrels. And, I love Deschutes barrel-aged beers like Abyss and their anniversary ales. So, I thought since I've never tried it, I'll buy it. And then if I ever have the opportunity to buy it again, I'll know, if it's worth the price. So, again, these are all the beers I bought. Fairly good amount since most of the beers are in big bottles, and not the smallest one of these 16-ounce cans. So, a lot of beer to bring back. Hopefully, I'll get it back safely. And yeah, so that's the deal for this video. Hope I didn't babble on too much. I'm just trying to quickly film it on my phone and upload it to YouTube so I can, give you guys a nice shout out for this week. And once I get the picture/video edited from the brewery stuff, for the two breweries I went to, I'll, like I said, upload a video. Alright, cheers.